Brothers and sisters of humanity, I am but a man, a simple human being just as we all are, and like you, I have hopes, dreams, and I want to share my vision. I stand here and I see people of many cultures, heritage, and color. I hear many languages, songs, and voices. I stand here today to ask you, my brothers and sisters of humanity, what defines us? What makes us so different from each other? What makes us the same as one another? Do you see your fellow man as people, family, or as one of the many labels that have been made to define us? How do you define yourselves? I was taught at an early age that what you see is not necessarily what is. The color of skin a person has, the language a person speaks, or the music a person likes are not definitions of who we are, but our interests, heritage, and culture. Each and every one of you has dreams, hopes, and desires. These are the things that define us, but so also are the methods by which we accomplish them. You see, there are men, women, and children all around you today. They stand with you as I do, dress in similar fashion, and even share some of the same joys and heartbreaks as you or I. We all strive to meet our goals, and we fall, stumble, and review our choices along the way. We know that the color of our skin is a trait acquired by our ancestry, and the languages we speak are nothing but an individual method of communication. Our music evolves and changes with the times, and our cultures are nothing more than a commonality among a group. What makes us human? What makes us one people? I ask you these simple questions to stir in your soul the same hope and vision that I have. I have seen what defines us. I have seen what makes us different from each other and what makes us human. I have seen what makes us all the same. We, as a race of people, have always sought what makes us different, but what if we instead sought what makes us the same? We create labels like white, African, Middle Eastern, or Asian, and for what purpose? Where we herald from does not define us. What truly defines us are our actions, our choices. We are defined by our goals and desires. I have seen a vision of a day where we have put aside our labels of skin color, heritage, and forget the anger and hate of past generations, that we may look to a bright and wonderful future. I have seen a vision of a time when we can stop striving for political, materialistic, or financial superiority and find that these things are as fleeting as the wind. I now ask you all, if you have a vision of a future where we as humanity, as a family, stop using these labels and define ourselves by what we do as one people. There is a hope in every heart for equality, appreciation, acceptance, and success, and that hope is within every one of our grasps. We have the ability to shape our world as one people, one race, one unified culture, but to do that, we must put aside our labels, our differences, and realize that we are all great. We are all deserving of respect, and while we will not forget the lessons of history or the cultures that we herald from, that give us such rich and beautiful art, music, and language, we will no longer let it be the definition of who we are or divide us. There are those who would seek to control and limit what we can do with strict doctrine or beliefs. I believe that when we let our teachings of faith or culture determine the soul accepted right, then we have put our faith in the hands of other men. Men who have taken the pure and simple teachings of our greatest leaders and twisted them for their own purposes. Our Creator made us in His image. The Creator said that He is known by many names, and we have allowed the leaders of twisted faiths and cultures that were once so pure and simple to tell us otherwise. That has been the downfall of our people, our family, our race. We have let leaders that lack the vision of one race divide us with labels of heritage, culture, skin tone, and language, and by doing so, lead us into a world of hatred and war. I have a vision of a future that we have put an end to such behavior, and put an end to making excuses for the evil acts of others. I have a vision of our future, one that is filled with peace, hope, and love, and will be enjoyed by all. I have a vision of a future that does not define a person by their heritage or skin color or religion, but by the character they exude in society. I have a vision of a society that resolves its differences with polite discourse and discussion instead of weapons of war and death. I have a vision that one day I will be able to travel this beautiful earth and see it without fear of being killed because I look different or come from a different culture. I have a vision that one day I will see my fellow man living in harmony with all of the Creator's gifts. We are a people of great will and promise. Our Creator gave us the ability to learn and understand the nature of not just ourselves, but also His other creations. I have a vision that I will see in my lifetime. A wonder that is truly to the glory of the Creator. Peace, brought forth not by the weapons of war, but those of goodwill and fellowship, love and respect. I have a vision that we will cease our bickering about the righteousness of a given faith, idea, or culture over another, but instead see the commonality of them all. I have a vision that we will be able to put aside the desire for material things and realize that their value is fleeting and changes as the flow of water does over rock. These things will one day come, and I have a vision that it will be soon. I ask you as a brother of mankind to stop defining each other by what makes us different. Stop defining each other by the physical and define each other by your character, your goals, and desires. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "I have a dream that a man will not be judged by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character." Well, I too have a dream, and that dream is my vision of mankind. A vision of mankind living as one people, unified in common interest and living in harmony with one another. I do indeed have a vision, one that can be realized if we can all put aside the labels of difference and replace them with the recognition and wonder of likeness, respect, and honor. What defines us? What makes us human? What makes us the same? We are not whites, Africans, Middle Easterners, or Asians. We are humans. I have this vision, and I pray every day to see it come to reality. May the light of the Creator be ever upon us all, and grant us the peace, prosperity, love, and honor that He poured into us, that we would all be His children. Thank you.